Hey y'all, back again. We gonna, start with the tarot check-in. And I ain't even gonna hold you this time. I kind of needed a little more than I expected this morning when I said I was gonna record. Before I recorded, seen a video. I learned a lot from Shira when she's talking about like mystical, magical, and spiritual things. And she opened my eyes a lot to something. So while I was getting ready, I was just like putting everything in my head. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead out here do a check-in for me. And I was like, you know what? Let's just do the check-in for all of us because yesterday it was for me as well as for y'all. But this one was different. And what she said, I'm gonna speak on too because when she was just like talking, she was talking about how she was helping somebody else with something. I was just like, hold up. Cause you making me realize something about myself. But I'll get into that soon after I do the check-in. But let's go ahead. Pull these three cards. Okay. No, I want to be intentional with the cards. I don't want y'all to just drop. Let's go ahead with these. 1, 2. Oh, well, you wanted to come out anyway. Okay. This is, I think, exactly boots. Yeah, so what I was thinking about. Okay, anyway, we got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Got the 5 of Wands upright, Justice card, and the 4 of Pentacles upright. What we all gotta understand is that we get in our own way. There's no blockages or delays that's caused outside of us. It's always us. In the moment you really understand that and click that in your head, stamp it firmly in your head, you'll understand like, oh, it's always been me, I've been the problem. And the solution at the same time. It's a duality thing. It's not just trying to be hard on yourself in this moment. Always hold yourself accountable, but always have like a safety net of grace with it. Because with this Ace of Wands in reverse and then this 5 of Wands upright, it's like the lack of motivation and the lack of energy was coming from a bunch of tension that was around you, but you was allowing yourself to engage with it. Like everybody in it, everybody fighting, everybody in the mix of it. And you was in the mix of feeling weighed down. And then with the Lovers in reverse underneath of it, the whole bunch of disharmony within, it was because you was involving yourself in it. You was engaging in it. And you wasn't thinking, what's fair for me? You wasn't thinking about yourself. You wasn't putting yourself first. You wasn't really weighing the scales out thoroughly. Like sometimes you could put yourself first and then you'll be like, all right, I feel bad. Let me actually try to help somebody. And then go into what I was saying with Shira, because she was speaking about vampirism and what I like in just letting people drain you. Well, she wasn't talking about letting people drain you. That's what I got from that. That's why this even was a thing in my mind to do. And this is perfectly connecting to what I got going on. But I'm pretty sure anybody else could relate to it too. But you letting anybody around you just drain you because you're just not focusing on what's fair for me. And when I say you letting people drain you, I'm talking about when people complaining about shit that don't fucking matter. When you have to literally, when you coop yourself up in your bedroom, when you coop yourself up at your desk at work, and you don't want to engage with people because you're not gonna be standing firmly in what's fair for you. You're not going to focus on self-preservation thoroughly, like all the way through. It's not going to be all the way stand firm on it. You're going to just, I'm going to put myself first a little bit. I'm going to weigh the scales, but I feel like I just did too much. Now let me try to give them a little bit more, and then you back down when you just brought yourself up. You brought yourself up and then you bring yourself back down because you're not trying to be the one that's on the outside of this bullshit. be on the outside of the conflict that people be creating in their own life, and also with the conflict that they create in their own life, and that you indulge yourself in and you involve yourself in by saying, I hear you. I'm gonna be that shoulder for them to lean on. I'm gonna let them go ahead, talk my head off. I'm gonna go ahead, let them do this, do that. Even though inside I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the same thing. Oh my gosh, like, we're talking about the same problems. Now, and it's no solution and brought up. It's just a problem at the problem at the problem at the problem at the problem. And it's just like, all right, come on now, what we doing now? What we gonna do next? But you're not gonna say it out loud. That way you saying it in your head. You gonna say out loud like, okay, but like, I don't really wanna hear this. They keep talking and then you just keep listening. Instead of being firm, like, stop talking to me. All right, move around. Get away from me with that. You obviously like this, so stop talking to me. Because with you giving your energy to the bullshit, you don't have energy to save shit, to preserve things, to grow things. You have to be very frugal with your energy when it comes to dealing with the fuck shit. Because all of this energy right here, the disharmony within, is caused from the disharmony that you're allowing yourself to be consumed in around you. And these setbacks are off because of you. And then right under that is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And that's just, you need to reprioritize what you got going on. You need to find a better balance. Because, hold on, let me put you down. Find a better balance, because allowing your energy to be leaked and drained due to the bullshit around you will have you always going back to yourself with nothing to give. You don't have nothing to give to yourself because you're not focusing on me. What's the best thing for me? You're afraid to be selfish. And this is really, I'm really talking to myself too, because it's not even that I'm afraid to be selfish. It's that I know how selfish I can be. And it's just, nah, that's afraid. Own it, Dante, own it. It's like, I know I'm going to be like very much no cut corners with it. Like, I'm going to be straight nasty. Like, damn, you ain't had to say it like that. I'm going to be like, it's going to give that. But at this point, because everything just really clicked for me, gotta be like that. You gotta be like that, because beyond saving money, because this is what it says on this card, you gotta save your energy. Because some of us do manifestation, some of us do perform root work and are transmuters, alchemists. We can't really do our work if we don't have nothing to work with, because the shit drained. It's gone. And it's involved with other people bullshit. You gotta reprioritize yourself. You gotta get away from being overwhelmed by other people bullshit. And it's a lack of balance, because you're too busy focused on what you could do for other people, not what you're doing for yourself. Trying to be there for other people who don't even want to be there for them. You gotta let them motherfuckers rock. They don't want to be there for themselves, so what the fuck I look like doing all the extra shit for you? You don't even care about yourself. You keep talking about the same problems, complaining about the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, yet you're doing nothing to change it. I'm not hearing all that. You know, you gotta just move people around and put yourself first. Focus on yourself. This really answered everything I needed, and we can move on now. Let's go ahead and get these messages. But I feel like with me explaining this out loud, I feel like I cleared this whole message is clear. You gotta stop giving too much to other people, because the conflict that they got in their life, that's their shit to handle. Conflict you got in your life, that's your shit to handle. Simple as that. You gotta be selfish. You gotta be perceived as selfish. You gotta be perceived as that mean person that's like, all right, I don't care. I don't care what you're talking about. Stop talking to me about this shit. Don't coop yourself up and try to other yourself and separate yourself from the masses because you don't want to interact with people, and then end up having to be frugal with your energy. You want to be so there for everybody. And what I said yesterday about embracing and integrating that dark side, you got to bring that with you. You got to bring that. That's the protection. That's the protection to keep the money flowing, to keep the energy flowing, to keep the mental clear, to keep the emotional state in a spot where you are no longer feeling down and heavy because of all this extra shit that's not yours to carry in the first place. It's not even yours, and it was never yours. You gotta put yourself above all. You gotta always make sure you being fair to yourself and be fair the first time. Don't wait. Don't keep waiting, trying to prolong things and separate yourself from what is actually meant for you, because the more you balance the scales and then you tip it right back over after you just made everything balance, you just holding yourself back. Holding yourself back, and that shit ain't cool. Ain't no holding yourself back for what? Holding yourself back from what? And then right under that, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Lacking planning and foresight, bad investment, lost opportunities because you're so busy giving so much to somebody else. I'm gonna keep that out here too. Hold on. I want to see what's underneath for this one too, though. Is there something to check? Yup, boom, boom. And what's underneath of that is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Now, that's more so about releasing worry. Releasing the worry of like, oh, I'm going to be mean. I'm going to be perceived as this. I'm going to be perceived as that. Oh, well. I'm going to be selfish. Oh, well. So what? Release the worry about being selfish. Be selfish. You have to. How are you going to move forward in your life if you too busy worried about all this extra shit that ain't got nothing to do with you? None of this. None of this shit got nothing to do with you. Well, actually, I should say this part has nothing to do with you. But because you involve yourself with shit that ain't got nothing to do with you, now all of this is caused by your own doing. Mind you, like I said, you involve yourself in other people's shit causes you to have setbacks. You involving yourself in all of this, right? Getting in the mix of all that bullshit. Now all of this is all on your own. This is all you that you got to deal with. Wow, you thought you was just helping somebody with their conflict. You was just listening, being a listening ear, being a shoulder to cry on and whatnot. You was doing all of that, right? Boom. Now you got all of this happening just to you on your own. Mind you, everybody else in this situation, they probably got their own things going on, or they probably ain't got nothing going on. They just drained you of your energy and just siphoned you for your energy and used yours, while you now have 4 big ass problems to deal with. Nah, not at all. Not no man, no ham, no turkey, Miss Shirley. No. Nah. So yeah, release all that. What's under you? I'm not gonna count you under the boots. Now mine. I'm gonna count you. The world. And every time I see this card, I always be like, the world's in my palm. The world's in my palm. So now basically the ball is in your court. What you doing? What you gonna do now? You got everything laid out, flat out to you. What are you gonna do now? Yeah, what you gonna do now? You gonna keep involving yourself in other people's shit, causing a bunch of bullshit to happen in your life? Or you gonna release that worry of being selfish, being mean, being that dark person, being perceived as someone who just changed overnight and no longer want to be there for people because you're putting yourself first and you're preserving yourself. You're making sure that balance stay there so you can keep your money flowing, keep the blockages out the way, because every blockage that happens in our life is because of us. Every setback is because of us. Everywhere, everything that we have going on that's good or bad. And good or bad is all through perception. But anyway, good or bad is happening because of us, because we're not putting ourselves first. We gotta make sure we be frugal and be very conservative with our energy and stop giving it to people's bullshit. Because people, all of them in the mix, they want to be in the mix. They want to be in the mix. Don't join in that shit, because like I said, you think you listening to somebody's problem, you think you being a shoulder for somebody to cry on. Whole time they sucking off your energy, and now you got this shit to deal with. Loss of money, disharmony within yourself, no balance within, and then these blockages and setbacks, because when you go to give your energy to yourself, you ain't really got nothing to give for real. So now you got everything in your hand. You got everything sitting right there. It's up to you what you want to do with it. Let me add this up. 9, 3, wait, 5. So that's 5. That's 9 again. 7, And 2, that's 9 again. 6. 6. Crazy. Crazy business. I love when messages happen like this. I love when this shit happen. Oh, do I love it. First message, meditate. Second message, take your time. Third message, you only lose when you quit. Fourth message, go deeper within. Fifth message, remember the nothings versus somethings lesson. And then the last message, remain consistent and persistent. Boom. All right, now let's get into what I was going to talk about. Because Shira was talking about, she was helping somebody do a spell on their manager who was just being annoying. And she was talking about how when you doing magic with against somebody else, you have to make sure your will is stronger than theirs. And she started talking about vampirism, like you have to drain them, come to them with all of your problems. She was telling the girl, like, you should have went to the manager with all of your problems. You should have had your coworkers come over there with all of their problems as well. Just bring a bunch of problems to their manager and drain them. So every time they see you, they just like, oh gosh, like here we go. And that knocks their wall down. Their will is not as strong as before. And then your magic will be able to be stronger than theirs, and you can do whatever you want. Because the girl said her magic didn't really work. The manager got sick, but the girl left before the manager left, which I feel like worked in her favor. But I don't know all the details, but I just was hearing what Shira was saying. But she started speaking about vampirism. And when you start thinking about the people that you live with, you work with, you talk to on a daily basis, if you see them call your phone, you hear them in the house, you see them at work, you see them anywhere, you just automatically be like, let me stay over here because I don't even feel like it. You letting them, their will is now stronger than yours. What they got going on, and whether they're consciously doing it or not, let me grab my water. Whether they're consciously knowing that they performing magic or not, now they have you in a weaker position and they can do whatever they want with you and to you. Because you now are drained. That vampirism. You're not supposed to be drained. You're not supposed to be cowarding around and not wanting to say what's on your mind, speak what's on your mind, say it all the way thoroughly through and through because of whatever lack mindset you have. And when I say lack mindset, you don't want to, I don't want this to happen to me because if that happens, then, because if I do this, then this might happen, then this might happen, and this, all of these things. Then on top of them draining you, now you're draining yourself. Like I said, involving yourself in other people's shit, right? Or letting people involve you with their shit. Then you get to thinking within yourself of all these extra problems, causing all these other problems in your own life. You gotta get people to fuck out your face. I mean immediately. Don't wait. Get bitches right up out your face. I don't want to talk. Stop talking to me. And I mean be as nasty as possible when you say it. If need be. Make it be known. You have to be, and then you have to also remain consistent and persistent when you are doing this shit too. You gotta remember, this shit ain't got nothing to do with me. The somethings versus nothings lessons. Is this something that's going to be, is this something that involves me, something that's going to affect me now or in the long run? Oh, so this is nothing, because this is your problem. Yeah, you may be my friend, you may be my homegirl, my mother, my brother, because it don't matter who you are. Yes, you may be that, but at the end of the day, this shit is nothing. This shit has nothing to do with me. Also, this is something that you're not even trying to fix most times. People just want to complain about shit. You cannot let people drain you with complaints, because you get drained by these people with complaints, and over time, when you see them, it's just like, oh my gosh, here they go. But then you still indulge in giving them your energy, and now they draining you. And then you go home to go do your manifestations, go do your shit, go do your things, and you don't even have all of your energy there to put it into your own workings. And then you still stuck. And you're wondering, what's going on? And then you get mad at your ancestors, maybe. You get mad at your workings. The whole time, it's your fault. It's your fault. So yeah, vampirism. Pay attention. Pay attention to all that shit. They got bullshit going on. Don't get involved in it. What's fair for you? To mind your motherfucking business. That's what's fair for you. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Second thing I want to talk about, Gen Z slander. It's been too many times I hear people online talking about Gen Z this, Gen Z that, Gen Z this, Gen Z that. And it's always the older generations. And I just hate how they never really look at themselves, because who was our old heads? Who was the people we had to look up to? Millennials, Gen X, boomers. If we're bad, what the fuck are y'all? We were raised by y'all, raised up under y'all, around y'all. And I want to break it down by astrological terms with the Pluto generation, because Pluto and Sagittarius is Gen Z. We are the only generation who gets so much criticism. And it kind of connects to how people view Sagittarius. People who view Sagittarius as reckless, as a bunch of fickle people, so mean and distant and all that other stuff. But we get shit done when we gotta get shit done. That's one thing about a Sagittarius. They gonna get shit done when they gotta get shit done. And a Sagittarius and Pluto generation, we get shit done when it's time to get shit done. We ain't sitting around waiting for you to come up with a solution. You. We gonna do that shit on our own. Scorpio and Pluto generation, those are the people who will identify the problem and then sit with the problem. Also, that is a group of people who are very, very secretive and very deviant. They have a lot of deviant energy. A lot of deviant energy, whether if it's kept within or they project it out. Because a lot of Sagittarius, Pluto generation, if we speak on the people who was molesting us growing up, it's going to be the Pluto and Scorpio generation. And then these would be the same people that tell us that our attention span is this, we're so fickle, we're going to set everything back and all of these other things. Because I seen a video of some boy talking about it, and I forgot his name. I think it's on TikTok, astrology and shit or something like that. Some mixed boy too. And that's another thing I'm going to get on to. Those people, I'm sick of them talking about certain things too, because they come from such a whitewashed mindset. They don't even realize it. They think they saying something smart the whole time. It's like, no, honey, you that's that white in you. That white side in you is coming out. And no shade to the white people who support me. I'm very thankful for the support. But if we're gonna keep it real, yeah, y'all are horrible people. Historically, it shows, and even still to this present day, it still shows. Anyway, Scorpio and Pluto generation, so self-sabotaging, so cynical and pessimistic, that when they see Sagittarius and Pluto generation moving how they move, all they got is critiques, and then never come with a solution to these problems that they point out. It's always a problem, never a solution with them. It's like, okay, you feel like we are X, Y, and Z. All right, cool. What's the solution to X, Y, and Z? Because one thing about Pluto and Sagittarius generation, we're going to point out the problem, then we're going to also come up with a solution as well. Because then let's take it to Pluto and Libra generation. Most of our parents of Pluto and Sagittarius, that generation wanted everything to look good. From the outside looking in, they want everything to look good. It's so many of us Pluto and Sagittarius generations who can recall even the Virgo, because definitely Virgo, and Leo, Libra, and Virgo generations. They will have company come over. They are acting brand new. They acting so brand new. Everything is so good. Oh, the house is so perfect. My kids are good. My grandkids are good. My dog is perfect. As soon as everybody leave, shit show. As soon as everybody leave, it's a shit show. And this is what we grew up watching. This is what we grew up around. And then when we have to find our own way, because clearly, why would I listen to any of y'all? Virgo and the Virgo generation, all y'all want to do is critique, be critical and harsh with your judgment. But that's because that's how y'all do yourselves. That's how y'all view yourselves. With the Leo generation, y'all cares about yourself, and I'm cool with that. You know, I'm fine with that, because one thing about the generation, the Pluto and Leo generation, they will own that shit. They will own, like, oh, I'm gonna care about myself. I care about me. I'm gonna think about me. Now they have a generous side to them, but they really gonna put themselves first, and they gonna be honest about it. They're gonna be straight up front about it. But Virgo, but even no, let me not even move on from them yet. But their ego holds them back too, because those are still people that's in Congress, in the government system, that's causing all the bullshit that's going on. And then let me bring it back to Scorpio generation, the Pluto and Scorpio generation, the millennials. Y'all got so much shit to say about us, but yet we still making things work. We still making things move. We still making ways for ourselves and for y'all as well. It's so many people and like that's talking shit about Gen Z, Sagittarius, and Pluto generation. However, we haven't even gone through our Saturn return yet, and we're way more wiser than a lot of these people that's older than us. Because no shade to none of my clients, love y'all down, but every time I have a Pluto and Scorpio client, they're always aware of their problem and never fixing the problem. You will be aware of You'll be aware of what's going on, but don't fix it. But we're the problem. But it's us, because we have a short attention span. Because this and that, this and that. Yeah, mind you, like I said earlier, all of these problems y'all point out, what's the solution? What's the solution? It's never a solution presented, it's always talking. And that's another thing about Scorpio. That's when I bring up the secret part of them. Because I know Scorpio energy. When they have a problem, something going on wrong with them, they will point it out, but they do not want nobody to highlight it. So they will suppress it and keep it at the bottom of the fucking barrel to make sure nobody sees that they aren't perfect. They aren't as stoic as they say they are. They aren't as reserved as they say they are. I'm sick of this Gen Z slander, yo. I'm sick of it. Y'all older generations are the reason that we have to move in the world the way we have to. We just was able to vote, not this last term. Most of us, Gen Z, not this last term, but the other, not even, yes, when when Joe Biden and Donald Trump, 2016, that election year was the first year that we could vote. It's only been 10 years since we've been able to involve ourselves in the voting system. Before that, what was the problem then? Y'all. But y'all don't want to say that. Y'all don't want yourselves to be the problem. And then another thing, with Scorpio and Pluto generation, millennials, I'm sick of all y'all asses too, because y'all are the same ones. Like I said, point out a problem, know a problem, and sit with it. Because when the Diddy shit was coming up, oh, we been knew that. Y'all been knew that, did nothing about it. Chris Stokes, oh, we been knew that, did nothing about it. No petitions, no nothings, no nothing. Mind you, my generation, we do shit. We point out the problem and we move on it. We call it out and we hold people feet to the fire. Y'all don't hold y'all feet to the fire, nor do y'all hold other people feet to the fire in y'all generation. Y'all like to hold people younger than y'all feet to the fire, but the whole time we're just a reflection of y'all because we grew up under y'all. Y'all was our big cousins, our older brothers, our older siblings, all of that. Our older friends and all that. Outside getting these younger kids involved in gangs and all that other shit. I'm not hearing it. I'm sick of it. All that Gen Z slander, y'all need to go look in the fucking mirror and check yourselves because y'all fucking horrible people. Flat out. And I'm gonna group all of y'all together. Terrible. Pluto and Libra, horrible people. Y'all know how to get some money, but the one thing about y'all will sit at a job that don't even value y'all. Then y'all will come home and argue and fuss at y'all kids all day because y'all don't have the balls to stand up to y'all manager like we do. That's why it's always, oh, you got a new job again? Why you keep leaving the job? Because I'm not staying nowhere where bitches disrespecting me just because it's a check there. It's always other options. That's the thing about y'all. Y'all don't know about y'all don't want to go to the other options. Y'all like to keep standing in the same motherfucking seat. Hopefully moving y'all way up the ladder. And y'all know damn well y'all ain't going nowhere. Virgo, sick of y'all with that pessimistic attitude that y'all have and that perfectionism that y'all have when y'all the furthest thing from perfect. Horrible people. I'm sick of y'all. All that bullshit y'all like to spew at Gen Z. Like, come on now. Who did we learn it from? Oh, okay. Like, fuck up. Boom. Anyway, now the third thing I want to talk about is getting what you want and keeping it. And this is me checking myself too, for real, for real. I love to say I'm going to get everything I want. And I do get everything I want. But then it's like, okay, you get everything you want, but do you keep it? Are you keeping it? It's one thing to get what you want, but do you keep it? Do you multiply? Do you grow it? Do you invest it to make it grow? Or do you just get what you want and then just go through the same cycle of just, all right, I get what I want. It's a break, and then I get what I want. I do splurge with what I got, and then I go ahead and move on. What is it going to be I get what I want, and then I keep what I want. Like that's the part that I feel like a lot of us need to get through our head. It's cool to get what you want. Get what you want. All that. Yeah. Get all you want. But keep it. Don't just get it. Keep it. The money. Grow it. How you want to grow it? Get the money and then plot how to get it. Another thing, back to Gen Z, Pluto and Sagittarius generation. The wisdom comes to us. The wisdom comes. Just listen to it. You don't need to really Google anything to fact check or nothing. None of that. You just gotta trust yourself and know that what you know within is actually the right thing to do. Because one thing Sagittarius is going to do, they're going to get what they want, but it's like, are you going to keep it though? Because a lot of times we move on impulse, and we love to just like splurge and just spend, whether if it's time, energy, money, whatever. And then we just be like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep this cycle going because it's like, it's easy. Like, oh, I'm gonna get what I want. I mean, I might go through a period where it's like, it's a little drought, but like, that shit don't last that long. But it's like, why go through a drought though? If you know you get what you want, why even go through the drought? You know you get what you want. So when you get what you want, now build on that, because you always get what you want. So if you want to keep it, you're going to get what you want with that. You're going to keep it. You're going to build on it. You're going to grow it. It's going to grow. So stop just getting what you want. Keep what you want. Keep it close to you. Hold it near and dear. Now, it's not the clink clink because of a fear of loss. It's more so like, I'm gonna hold on to this because I'm about to grow this. It's not because I'm scared if I spend this, I won't ever have something come back. I'm gonna always have it back. It's always gonna spin back for me. But I need to make sure that I keep this shit. I need to make sure I hold on to this because I want this. And tying it back to the reading earlier, getting what you want, keeping it. When you get what you want, you keep it by staying out of this shit. You keep it by not involving yourself in this. You keep it by releasing worry of, I got it, but I'm trying to hold on to it. I'm trying to be, no. You keep it by having hope that you know you get what you want, and you in the hope that the wisdom that you have naturally coming in is going to help you grow it and keep what you want. You keep it by self-preservation. You keep it by control. Because you always get what you want sitting in your hand every time. But are you going to keep it? Or you going to lose it because you're dealing with other people's shit? Because you only lose when you quit. And, you know, take your time. Get what you want. But to keep it, take your time. Go deeper within. Remain consistent and persistent. Meditate on things. And in the process, remember the somethings versus nothings. That shit don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Let's keep it moving. Straight like that. And yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. As always, you know, subscribe to my Substack, Venusian Kingdom, VENUSINKINGDOM. Readings, I'm still, you know, doing those things. You can reach out for the price list. I'm gonna eventually make a booking site. I just recently thought about a way to do it, so I'm gonna get to that. But yeah. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. Peace up. A-Town down. Y'all stay real. I'll be regular. I'll see y'all tomorrow.